And lastly, we are going to discuss an apparent beef that Meek Mill has with Trippie Redd. So I did some investigating on this. I can't really find what Trippie Redd said,
Right.
but there's something that Trippie Redd said that has Meek Mill hot and bothered. And he is going off on social media talking about Trippie Redd and he can't wait to see him in person. So this is from Double XL. Says Meek Mill goes in on Trippie Redd for mentioning Meek's name. Meek Mill has a major issue with Trippie Redd on Tuesday, which is today, November 21st. The Philadelphia rapper shared a since deleted post on Instagram where he calls out Trippie for apparently mentioning Meek in a disparaging way. Uh, so I'm gonna just go right down here and read this. So this is Meek's response to Trippie Redd. It says, "This guy no good. I ain't even know you said my name. If you effing with me, F this guy right here. I want to stand on N-word freely. Saying my name, make it tight outside. I ain't even know you said my name. I seen you get pulled in a room by the gangsters in LA. You was scared, but let's see how tough y'all guys are. I can't believe these Philly young bulls gassed you to say my name. Look like you repping the devil, in my opinion. Show you how trying God is at Trippie Redd. At Trippie Redd, no good out here. Say less. I ain't know you was comfy enough to say my name. I can't wait to see you. Y'all getting too high. Trippie Redd, no good out here. Don't ask why. I think y'all scared of jail and death, but let's see. LOL. Let's make you N-words show up from the streets to jail. Y'all in the way off. Y'all in the way off too much money is getting too much anyway. Uh, y'all can, interpret those hieroglyphics for yourself if you want. But essentially, that is what Meek Mill had to say to Trippie Redd. Meek has since deleted that post as well. It is unclear what name drop Meek is referring to. Trippie does not appear to mention Meek on his new album, Saint Michael, which was released earlier this month. Check out Meek Mill going in on Trippie Redd on social media below. So, social media outbursts are no stranger to Meek Mill. He's done this before in the past. Tends to get emotional, get on social media, air out his grievances, and then in retrospect, he will delete whatever post he put out there. So, uh, this seems quite incendiary. I wish we knew what it was that incited this situation, but I can't seem to find or figure out what Trippie Redd said to get this guy mad. But Meek Mill's pissed. And what is your thoughts on, or rather, what are your thoughts on Meek Mill being pissed at Trippie Redd?
Yeah, this is still hot off the presses, right? So this just developed today. He deleted the tweet. So there's still some ambiguity going around for what really started this whole thing. But I'm sure more details will come out on this stuff later. But as of now, as it stands, I think this is absolute clown behavior. And D1 would be beside himself as he was last time when we talked about him, basically saying that he should do better. Listen, man, you sitting here talking about prison reform. You sitting here talking about, they make us say all these ignorant things on these records and all this other crap. And here you go. Now, look at Trippie Redd. You talk about a pushover. This guy's zero threat. Like the softest dude could sit here and, throw hands with little Trippie Redd. Like Trippie Redd's not about that life, like at all. So for Meek to unmute and to go in on Trippie Redd of all people, because he's no threat. Listen to this. He's no threat lyrically. He's no threat physically. He has no industry ties like him. This guy's zero threat. This is straight bully, clown, loser behavior. Listen, man, I was very patient with Meek. I was very patient with this dude. This one drove me off the edge. I don't have any more patience for this man. So I let the bunny hopping slide. Tell your gangsters in Philly about your bunny hopping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Are they cool with that? Are they cool with all this other weird stuff that you're doing, Meek? You know what I'm saying? Letting, men touch up on you on a private jet, talking about you gonna get a hug tonight, all this other crap. I don't jive with this whatsoever. You want to talk about soft, and him or his goons could murder a man. Y'all still soft. This is whack. And I know that there's some solid dudes in Philadelphia that probably don't even agree with this either. All right. So this ain't a dig to Philadelphia. This ain't a dig. This is strictly for Meek Mill, the rapper, the entertainer, the persona, the man. To me, this is super whack. Yeah, must have an album out or something, right? He needs some promo, right? So he want to sit here and play this little card. So for me, I think that this is super whack, super soft. So you want to sit there and threaten one of the, a doughboy in the corner, somebody else is saying something about you, D1's calling you out. It's not like he's some super tough guy, but he's calling you out about your morals, integrity, and all this other things. You're muted on that. Trippie
Right.
Redd said something so ambiguous the internet can't even find it. And you sitting here got 3 back-to-back paragraphs about things to say about some little kid. And mind you, we got an age difference too. So Meek, you can I don't care what you got to say for rebuttal on this. You can swallow that, bro. And whatever you be doing when you're bunny hopping. But he got me pissed off. How about you, man? How do you feel about Meek Mill attacking a middle schooler?
Yeah, it looks like he needs another one of them Michael Rubin hugs.
That's what he needs.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, I gave it time when we did the topic on this channel where he talked about how the music industry profits off of ignorance and how they want us to talk about the ignorance and they pay more for the ignorance. They spend more money for the songs about ignorance and how he's trying to put himself in a different space because he doesn't want to be a part of that. I said, okay, fine. I'll take you at your word, but let's see what your actions are. And then he's on the front lines with Robert Kraft and Jay-Z. They're trying to overturn legislation and act better. They're trying to do things with prison reform and lengthy prison sentences and all that. I said, okay, fine. I'll give you a chance. Let's see if you walk by faith and not by sight. Sight according to how you used to be prior to all of this rhetoric of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave it time. And then he, is on the album with Rick Ross, Too Good to Be True. And it's like, the same old thing. It's the same Meek for the most part. And where he doesn't talk about what he'll do himself, he makes vague references to what he'll get someone else to do in his place, which
Right.
to me is no different. It's the same thing.
Right.
And then, as you said, he comes up here and he is now arguing with this kid who is just this guy's a caricature. He's a walking minstrel show of a person,
Right.
as is most of these rappers, because we talk about that all the time. But see, the thing with Meek is a far greater minstrel show than Trippie Redd is, because you to me look like a fool at this point. Like, you can't talk about what the music industry does and how it profits off of ignorance, and you don't want to be a part of the ignorance, but then you continue to make said ignorant music. And
Exactly.
I'll try to give them a chance. I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, well, let's see if you are still going to be making the same type of content, because for people such as myself who is about holding individuals accountable, I get extreme cognitive dissonance when I hear you talk about what you're doing in the real world, but then you actually put out content that contradicts that type of mission. I can't get past that. For me, you have to either be about that life or you're not. So for you to talk about how you're about this stuff, but then basically make veiled threats to this kid, you to me look like a bigger minstrel show than him.
Yep.
Like you're to me, you're no different than Future, Gunna, Young Thug, or the rest of these other people who are minstrel shows masquerading as artists.
Yep.
Like he's the same to me, and it's disappointing because I am fearful of the amount of people who look at him as an example. This
Yep.
guy's not an example. You can't be street Meek. You can't be street dude Meek Mill. I'll still do this or that to you, but then want to get in front of a microphone at a speaking engagement and talk about how you're trying to clean up the streets and rid the world of ignorance. It doesn't make sense. You can't make music that is ignorant and act ignorantly on the internet, but then talk about how you're working to rid the world of ignorance in your community. Like those two
Exactly.
things literally don't make sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense. So I am now going to relegate him with the rest of these other rappers that I look at as caricatures and minstrel shows. To me, he's no different than the rest of those guys. He looks just like Trippie Redd to me. Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Future, Gunna, Young Thug, Lil Baby. These people to me are minstrel shows, in my opinion. In my opinion. So sorry for anybody out there who's a Lil Baby fan. I'm sorry, but the guy is a minstrel show to me. It is what it is. And you cannot, I don't care how much money you pour into positivity, you cannot then get in front of a microphone and put out rap albums talking about how you're gonna shoot this person up or sell this dope up or murk this person up or take this other person's chick or take this other person's baby. Like, I don't want to hear that and then hear you speak about positivity. Like, I can't do it. I can't. Like, you are a walking contradiction that I cannot take seriously.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So he at this point he's just saying anything that sounds good. So hey, prison reform, y'all. Oh, who's gonna disagree with that? Oh hey y'all, they making me say ignorant stuff, man. But yeah, well, oh hey man, Meek, hey, we sorry, bro. And the thing is, all of us saw him grow up. So I'll speak for myself. So me seeing this dude grow up basically on the internet, it was like, all right, bro, nappy hair braided Meek, he growing up, he doing his thing or whatever. You root for the dude. Okay, he's an industry rapper, he signed with Rick Ross, so he gonna do that stuff. Whoop de whoop de whoop. He goes to prison, for some goofy stuff, just popping a wheelie. That was pretty goofy. So it was like, hey man, free Meek, man. What the hell is that? He gets out, prison reform. Hey man, yeah, man, like, yeah, because that was stupid. you know. But hey man, they got me doing ignorant stuff. It's like, okay, all this prison reform stuff, because it was also Black Lives Matter things too. It was a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff. He's just hopping on things like, oh yeah, we gotta, whoop de whoop de whoop. And so for him to even make records as of recently this year of him talking about, as you said, either he's gonna firsthand do it or get one of his young bulls to do it. All right. So he's got all of this goofy shit going on where he's promoting that. And I could have even gave him a pass on that. I was already not feeling that. But I was like, whatever, bro. I don't have to listen to that. But now you're coming out and making threats online, talking about it's gonna get tight outside with gangsters in LA. Bro, what you talking about? So to me, that's why I said this is clown behavior. Man, as you mentioned, bro, how can you get more clown than a minstrel show? So all of that stuff that he's sitting there doing, all of those elbows he's shaking, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. He's just out there to benefit himself, using the internet again with his little fingers to try to get more pub because apparently he has an album out. Dog, he can go somewhere with all of this crap. So yeah, that's what made patience over. If he had kept his mouth shut, didn't say any of that thing, any of that stuff, this would have been typical Meek Mill, just like any other person or whatever, whatever. But don't come over here on this side of the fence and placate to people that actually give a damn and try to care about the community. Because he's sitting there using all these buzzwords and stuff for people that, hey man, we do need a change. Hey, we do need a change in hip hop. We need a change in this. Coming over here just to what? Politicians shake hands and kiss babies, but then go right back to your BS.
Yeah, to
So
just
honestly, yeah. So honestly, we don't even, I don't, more details is going to come out about this Trippie Redd stuff, but I don't need to know more. Those were the most inflammatory tweets or whatever's IGs that a person like him could say. Well, you can't double back on that, just like you can't double back on them bunny hops. So yeah, bro, hop back on your jet, go rub your elbows, go do whatever you need to do, bro. But honestly, I just hope people in Philadelphia also see his clown behavior. And if you want to ban Trippie Redd from Philly, bro, what is you saying? Trippie Redd? I mean, look at the guy. So this is an absolute joke. Yeah, I will be paying attention just so I can clown him further in my own world and in my own life. But he's working his way up my list of people who irritate me. I rarely lose my patience on this show. All right. But this man found a way. So yeah, man, you don't want me to be your villain, bro. I got a couple people, man. But Meek, bro, you're starting my villain arc. And you don't want to see that, bro. So yeah, man, not a fan of this at all. Don't care for it. Hopefully everybody else can see that this is just him trying to play the algorithm so people can click on his name more. But he has certified, he's hit the certified clown category for me. Uh, I really don't care what this man has to say about anything anymore. So yeah, it's rough, man, but he pushed me to the edge. If he stayed over there in Ignorantville, he could have been as ignorant as he wanted, wouldn't have even better than I. But don't try to play both sides of the fence. You're gonna get burned over here, bro. So not a fan of it, and he can take himself back to the clown school he belongs.
Yeah, he's selling turkeys to the same community that he sells drugs to.
Exactly.
The Turk his turkey selling is prison reform, criminal
Right.
justice reform, Black
Right.
Lives Matter, social
Right.
injustice, racial inequality. That's when he's selling the turkeys.
Right.
But then the rest of the days of the year, when he's putting out his music, he's flooding the streets with the poison. So
Exactly.
I just don't have tolerance for that level of hypocrisy.
Right.
Like, and if you want to be a hypocrite, at least be a silent hypocrite. Don't be so
Right.
vocal with your hypocrisy.
Exactly.
And he's very vocal to the point where it's like I can't help but point out your hypocrisy
Right.
because you're attending these conferences and you giving these speeches, and so you're just so vocal
Right.
with it. And it's like you're that vocal, you have to be consistent in your daily doings, and he's and then him and Rick Ross back at it again. And you know what I'm saying? At least, when it comes to Ross publicly ain't talking about
Boy,
wanting
he
to do
ignorant.
good in the
Yeah,
community. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And look, maybe in silent, Rick Ross does do things here or there, but Meek is so vocal with wanting to change things for the better in the world. And I can't see how you can be that vocal, but still be content with putting out that kind of content. To me, it is hypocrisy.
Yep.
And I can't deal with that. I don't like that level. I don't like that level of hypocrisy. If you're going to be a hypocrite, at least be a silent one. He is a vocal, loud hypocrite,
Yep.
and it's annoying. It really does piss me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's Frank Lucas. He's out there giving out turkeys, and then once Thanksgiving is over, when Black Friday hits, he's serving up the needles.
Yep.
And I just can't. I can't get down with that. I can't go for that.
Yep.
I
Agreed.
can't go for that.
1,000.
So yeah, we'll do better, Meek, man. But yeah, you on the conscious approach shit list, I suppose.
Yeah, bro. He on mine. I know that's for sure.
And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and close things out on a great stream. Shouts out to Froyo Games, checking in on the chat, man. He is a friend of the channel. We certainly appreciate you.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS. Conscious Approach is on Instagram at ConApproach, CONAPPROACH. If you happen to be watching this video on the Facebook page, go ahead and like the page, man. We certainly appreciate the support as we continue to kick out that logical content. Onward and upward. Shouts out to my Florida State Seminoles, man. Jordan Travis went down. It's all good. We can still win out. Don't know if we're going to get into the playoff, but that's sports for you, man. Injuries happen. But until we catch y'all on the next video, stay solid, think for yourself, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yay, sir. And the name is Dogon SS. And you can find me on Instagram at Dogon_SS and on YouTube at Dogon_SS. Also on DraftKings at Dogon_SS. Man, send me that at. I'll come take your monies. All right. And you can't follow me here, but I'll be on Prize Picks too, bro. I'll be parlaying it up. All right. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But hey, as I say on every pod, guys, come on, man. Don't be too high. Don't be too low. Keep it calm. Keep it chill. Keep it player. And don't let anybody get you off your pivot, including Meek Mill, who low key almost got me off mine. So, all right. But I'm staying solid, 10 toes down. All right. And so, yeah, go Canes. All right. And I'll catch y'all later, man. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for liking and subscribing, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate you joining the community. So we'll keep on kicking that logical content. Thank you for supporting us. And as we close out, I smell sweet potato pie cooking in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream.
Boy.
We'll holler at y'all next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Hey,
Go Heat, baby.
Hey, tell your mom to FedEx me a slice, bro. Boy, I need some of that. Man, I'm in Austin. They gave me pumpkin pie. I'm like, man.